Hey, this is Nathaniel of Countryside RV Sales. I'm going to be doing you a walkthrough video on this coach, and hopefully I can be some help to you and for you to look back and use as a reference. Starting off with, on the outside, you'll see this cap here. This is how you're going to fill up your fresh water tank. Just take your water hose, put it in there, and that'll fill it up. Down here is your fresh water tank in the compartment right below it. You see that knob? That red knob's turned straight up and down. That way it'll drain out. When you go to fill it up, just turn it the other way and it'll hold water. This compartment's your batteries. If you ever need to get to them. There's your outdoor TV. There's your hot water tank. Shouldn't need in there. That's just if you need to work on it, get access to it, that's where it's at. Here's your propane tank. It's going to work just like a water hose. You're turned it to the right to turn it off, to the left to turn it on. You'll pull up to a place that says propane, they'll fill it up there. Here's a quick connect. If you have a grill and it has that connection, you can hook right up to propane there. The outdoor kitchen's here. Everything's pretty self-explanatory here. Your generator is this rear compartment. I won't open it, but there's a switch to turn it on and off there. And there's two switches on the inside. Here's where you'll store your electric cord. Here's your sewer. And right here, the one on the left, you'll see that gray handle. It's going to be like your shower water and your sink water. The one over here on the right, the black and bigger pipe, that's going to be your toilet. It's going to be your raw sewage. Always pull your black first. That way, the gray will kind of wrench out your hose. And there's an outdoor shower over there to the left. And that waste pump, what that is, it's like a macerator. You can turn it on if you ever want to do that, and you can turn it on and you can see it'll chop up what's in the tank and put it back up there to it again. And so that's, if you want to do that, that's possible. Over there to the right, that top big plug, that's where your electric cord to the motorhome's going to plug in at. The cable is there on the bottom. The rest of these are storage. Side. As we walk up, over here on the right, the bottom right here is going to be your battery disconnect. If you're going to park, you can turn that to off. That'll shut off all the juice going from your house batteries to inside the coach. Your starting battery will still have power. This is just to your house batteries. Step, if you want your step to come in and out when you're parked, every time you open and close the door, you'll turn that on. Right here is your step well light. It's got a light that'll turn on down here. Living room ceiling, cargo lights, awning lights, and you can also light master on and off on the bottom too. That'll turn every light on in the coach on and off. And over here I've got the motorhome running, so it won't let me put it out, but you can extend your awning. It says extend and retract, so when your motorhome has to be shut off to use your awning. You can use it here and let your awning in and out, and you can also use it back on the main control panel. I'll stay up here on the front. I've got the coach running right now. Emergency brake needs to be pressed, and I've got it running. For your slides and your jacks to work, the motorhome has to be running and your emergency brake on. So I've got that on right now. We'll start over here with our jacks. I'll zoom in a little bit. Like I said, motorhome's running, emergency brake's on. Press on. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to hit, you can do it manually or you can do it automatic. If you wanted to let your jacks down manually by pressing each button, you'd press MAN and press and hold hit, and there it lit up. And once it lights up, Then you can go to, if you want just the front jacks let down, you can press the front, and vice versa, rear and right and left, if you wanted to do it manually. But we don't want to do it manually. We want to do it automatic here today. Let me let my jacks back up while I'm down. Okay. Well, now we're going to do our jacks automatic. So I'm just going to hit auto. And you have to hit it twice. And then it'll go down. And this jacks down light will come on here in a minute. And there it comes on. This flashing light, what that means, it means that we're unlevel on the left side. And so it's first going to ground all the jacks, and then it's going to level us up. And then after it's level, this will stay green in the center, and it'll say that you're level. Right now it's flashing. While it's doing that, we'll go ahead and move on, because it'll take it a little bit. Your lights, they're down here to the right. You just turn them on and off. You can have it on A for automatic over here if you need to. Skip ahead again. Fog lights, emergency light, or excuse me, emergency start is here. What that is if you need to, let's say if your starting battery's weak, you can press that button. It'll pull juice off the house batteries to help start your motor. Of course, here on your steering wheel, you've got buttons there for your radio and stuff and cruise control. On the left, it says sunshade. That's a shade up front, just simple up and down. Cab light, it's just like a light above the head. Generator start, this is a button here to start the generator, and then there's one in the back. But on your generator, you'll press down on the button and hold it. When you first start it, hold it down about 10 seconds. That'll prime it. Then press up to start. And then that light will stay on when the generator is started and running. And to turn off the generator, you'll just simply press down on the switch one time. Driver and passenger fan. Over here is your dash heating and AC. Emergency blinkers are down here. Traction control, they're on the right. And a few outlets. Over here is your radio. It's all touch screen. Has CarPlay. When you use your turn signals, it will use your side view mirror cameras, and when you throw it in reverse, it will bring on your rear view camera. Now let's go back over here. Your jacks is done. Notice that it's a solid green light that says LCI in the middle. That means this coach is level and it's ready to go. When it's level and you're done, just turn it off and you're set to count. When you're ready to let your jacks back up, press on. We're just going to hit retract all jacks. And when that light goes off, we know that we're good to go. So all your jacks will be up. Right here is your adjustments for your mirror and your mirror heat. The jacks down, lights off. We're set to go. Just turn off and you're ready to roll. And I believe that's it up here. We're going back here to the back. Here's your other controls. This is going to control all your lights. Right now all the lights is off. I can hit the light master, turn on. After that, turn all the lights on, and there's off. That'll turn them all on throughout the house. You also have what temperatures it is inside. Right now I got the generator running. It shows the voltage to the batteries that are charging right now. Here's for your water pump. If you had fresh water, you'll turn that on and he'll pump water. You'll also, here's your water heater on the gas and the electric side of it. And then your generator, here's another switch for hit, start and stop. Here is some lights if you want to turn them on individually. You can do that, or there's another master light there. Here is for your controls of your HVAC. So right now everything's off. If you want your air conditioning on, you'll hit cool, it'll light up. If you want your furnace on, same thing. And there's only a furnace for the front, and that goes throughout the whole house, so there's only cool on the rear. And then of course you can adjust the temperature to ever what you want it to be, And this also turns a fan on there in your bathroom there for the vent. This is going to be your slides. You have up and down for the bunk. Notice it's grayed out right now. That's because the coach is running and it won't let it come down. So I'll have to let it down. You'll have to turn off the motorhome, and then you can press up and down, and that'll let that bed that's up here above the 2 captain chairs come down. There's also a couple of pins in each of the arms on that bunk bed on the front. Make sure to take them out before you let down the bed, or it won't come down and can do damage. And over here it also shows you what's locked and what's unlocked. Also the awning, because the motorhome's running, you can't use it either right now. It won't let you use it, but we can use our slide. So if you want to let in your slide, you're just going to press retract. Now there it came in some. I'm going to press extend. Same place. There it goes back out. And then you also have a settings here. This coach also has, I didn't hit it, but this is called your automatic generator start. You can go through this and do some research on it to where if you was dry docking, and let's say you left your motor home and it don't have electric to plug up, you can set it to where if the batteries get to a certain level, like say if they get to 11 volts, you can set it to where the generator will start to charge the batteries, and then it'll cut off after it has it charged. And so you can adjust that, or you can set just a time for it to run throughout the day. And it's got some things. Just do your research on it. That's a nice feature to have. We put you a few goodies. Like I said, that's in your boxes. Everything's pretty self-explanatory in here. Just your bathroom. Over here's a few light switches in here where you don't have to go out there to turn it on and off. Another water pump switch here. Let's see. Over here's your refrigerator. It's very self-explanatory. Just power button on and off. You can set this all the way up to 5. 5 will be your coldest. 1 will be the least coldest. And you can switch here from either using, and I like to keep it on this where it's the half a battery and stuff. This is just automatic. It's going to switch to everything for you. So it's going to switch if it's going to be using electric, if it's going to be using propane or battery. So if leave it on this, it'll do everything for you. And like I said, it's got the manuals. He'll show you what this here is, some kind of I really don't know what it's for, but it's just like I guess I don't know if it shuts it off for a certain amount of time or what, but I do know this is one of them's battery and electric, and then you can choose just to have battery on using a refrigerator. But leave it on this first one, it'll do everything automatically for you. And like I said, 1's the coldest, 1 is the least coldest, and 5 is the coldest. Got tongue-tied. It's a microwave, self-explanatory there. Here's your stove. I think my gas is on. It may or may not be. Yeah, there it is. So you'll just turn this to the light, that flame, both of them. Turn it one time there. Sometimes it takes 2 or 3, and then it'll light for you. Same thing with the oven. There's some lights you can have there for your knobs. Back here in the bedroom below, down there's your breaker boxes. One to your left is going to be your breaker box. One to the right is going to be fuses. Everything in this coach, besides your air conditioning and your wall outlets, will be 12 volt. TV there. And that's pretty much it. You have another generator start and stop switch here. So that's nice. And a few lights here. And that's about it. Hopefully this video has been some help to you. Yeah, we appreciate your business. And like I said, hopefully I didn't mess it up too bad. And hopefully this will give you something to reference back to when you need to know something. Thank you very much, and have you a good day.